Welcome to the first episode of the series called, I don't know what I'm going to call it, but it's a series on a Christian reacting to memes against Christianity. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but yeah, this is on my Christian channel, and I might make another channel and put this on there. Okay, but for the first meme, on the fourth day, God created the sun. If God created the sun on the fourth day, how the heck had 4 days passed? Well, if we go to the Bible, we go all the way to here. So yes, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, the universe. That's just, they don't have a word for universe they might now, but in ancient Hebrew, they didn't. So, created the heavens and the earth, just encompassed it all. Alright, verse 2. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. So looking at that, we see that God created light on the first day. Then if we go down here, it says, "Then God said, 'Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth.' And it was so. Then God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the fourth day." So the question is, what this meme is trying to say is, if God created the sun on the fourth day, how the heck had 4 days passed? Well, the fact is, there was already light and darkness. And if we go up here, but here's it. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night." Okay, we already established that. And here we go. "And let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years." First off, we can go to any part of the Bible. Revelation is another part that we can go to. It doesn't talk about creation, but it talks about the signs and seasons. And if we go, and for days and years, cardinal clocks. Now, how did I establish that? If we go to 6 through 13, it says this. "Then God said, 'Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters.' Thus God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So the evening and the morning were the second day. Then God said, 'Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear.' And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, 'Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth.' And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, the herb that yields seed according to its kind, and the tree that yields fruit, whose seed is in itself according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the third day." reading through that, we see that, yes, this had to have light, which he created on the first day. But it didn't technically need the sun, the moon, the stars, which is what God says in 16. He says, well, he doesn't say that, but on 16, he describes the sun, the moon, and the stars, which says, then God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, that's the sun, and the lesser light to rule the night, that's the moon. He made the stars also. That's obviously stars. You guys already knew that. Anyhow, none of that was needed until after, which 20 through the rest of the chapter says, then God said, let the waters abound with an abundance of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the face of the firmament of the heavens. So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that moves, with which the waters abounded, according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good, and God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth. So the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Then God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature according to its kind, cattle and creeping thing and beast of the earth, each according to its kind. It was so. And God made the beast of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. Then God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. And God said, see, I have given you every herb that yields seed, which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seed. To you it shall be for food. Also to every beast of the earth, to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps on the earth in which there is life, I have given every green herb for food. And it was so. Then God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. So the evening and the morning were the sixth day. As we read, all of that afterward, the creatures needed the sun, the moon, the stars for their cardinal clocks. But before all the plants, waters, land might have needed light. I believe it needed light, but it didn't need the sun, the moon, the stars to dictate when to go to sleep and when to wake up. But living creatures do. I'm not saying that plants aren't living creatures. They're living things. When I say living creatures, I mean animals and us humans. But, and birds, yeah. Count those as animals. Anyhow, yeah. So the reason God created the sun, the moon, the stars was to dictate the cardinal clock so that we could rest when we needed it. And above, he didn't need to create it because there was no cardinal clock. So, all in all, light was created on the first day, and God only created the sun, the moon, the stars on the fourth day, so that the rest of creation with their cardinal clocks can't sleep and rest. That is the whole thing. Alright. Well, so yeah, that's it. Later. And I pray that you're going to be safe. Amen. To God. Bye.